Okay, I'm here with Calvin Chin to learn about Qifang. Please tell us, what does Qifang do? Where is Qifang based? And who are you?
Thanks, Tom. I'm Calvin Chin. I'm co-founder and CEO of Qifang. And Qifang is a web service that allows students in China to find funding sources for education. That's higher education and postgraduate training too. And besides just finding the funding, there's community. You can find people going through things they are going through as well, find mentorship relationships, find internship or employment opportunities too. And I think that's the kind of different piece. So beyond just being kind of a person-to-person or P2P lending site where people can find alternative funding sources, there's this whole kind of career development aspect that's so essential in China.
And
because new graduates also have a tough time finding work.
okay, so it sort of is peer-to-peer counseling.
Peer-to-peer counseling, but actually what's unique about it is by bringing in a company into the funding transaction and a funding moment for education, then you tie in this kind of career opportunity into the education piece. And not only that, you also, in the curriculum and what you're studying, can have influence from your future potential employer too.
Okay, and in terms of number of people who've used this service,
Right now we're about 3,000, a little less than 3,000.
how much money has been lent out?
That's about less than $1 million, but that goes a little bit further in China. So
Where does the money come from?
That's come from different employers, including.
Wait, sorry, $1
corporate
million
partnerships.
to 3,000 people?
Yeah. Yeah.
So how much does each of those people get?
So $400, I guess.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, something like that.
I'm really bad at math.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not running a financial website. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
don't
the
have
loans are
average
generally
loan.
about $400
Yeah,
each.
yeah.
And how did they find the site? Where are they going to university?
So through the universities we've been working with primarily so far have been in Western China, where there's been a lot more need and a lot of openness to actually, in the same way that sometimes you see people taking a leap past kind of legacy technology and going ahead, say, skipping landline and going to mobile, for instance. In the same way, those kind of Western schools are willing to look at really alternative funding models. So we have a lot of students from Ningxia. We've got some students from different Western provinces, like also Sichuan, where we've got our office. But we're also looking at there's kind of this, what we're looking at is a big difference in what's needed in Western China and Eastern China. So in Eastern China, we find more kind of higher need, more expensive need, but kind of closer to, they've already got a job and they're going for technical training or certification, or, they've got some sort of really kind of robust internship program that's a feeder right into employment. So kind of different needs. It's almost like two different markets, you could say.
And where does the money all come from?
So money today is coming from corporate partners and from banks. Actually, some of the loans have been coming from the China Development Bank, and some have been coming from individual lenders too. And then those relationships, you ask, how do the students find Qifang? Well, principally they're finding us through relationships we're building with education institutions, the universities themselves, and training schools.
So how are you different if it's coming from banks and they're finding you through educational institutions? How is this different from a traditional model of student lending?
Well, that piece itself, we're different in that we're automating and digitizing some of the data management and the relationship management. So that piece, maybe you can think of us as more a software as service supporting kind of what's existing in the student loan program. So that's maybe the piece where it's the least different. But if you bake in the kind of career development aspects and the social aspects, we still think there's a differentiator. That's not only kind of improving the user experience, but also improving collection and loan behavior and loan performance.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much.
Thanks.